Hi everyone, so it's been a while since I've done a video about the Netflix shows that I watch, and I've got a few on my phone that I've never mentioned before. A couple of them I have, but they've got new seasons, so I'm quite excited for a lot of them. And these are all series, TV shows. I don't have any films, but I can do that separately. If you want me to, let me know in the comments. The first one I have here is a really popular one that it took me a while to get into, or it took me a while to actually decide to watch it, and that's You. I know it's been everywhere online, memes everywhere, on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. It's all about You, it's all about Joe and You, who's the guy from Gossip Girl, and I feel like the character is very similar in a way. If you don't know what You is about, it's this guy who just gets obsessed with a girl and basically stalks her and falls in love with her, and they get together, but he's already like stalking her and he's very creepy. It's not a good TV show in a way, but it's very entertaining, and I watched, I was actually sick for a few days and I watched the full season there, and then I was home alone for like a weekend and I watched the other season there. So it's very easy to watch and it doesn't require a lot of attention to it. You just, you know, if you're sort of watching while doing something else, you can get the full idea of the plot anyway. You don't need to pay a lot of attention. So that's one that I've been watching. It's 2 seasons so far. I think there will be a third because I think it ends on like to be continued. So there's gonna be a third, I believe. Good one to watch if you're just bored, I guess. Then I've got a few crime related ones. One of them, which I watched a while back, but I think I've never talked about it here, so I just thought I would do it, and it's Criminal, the UK version. So if you go on Netflix and type Criminal, I think they've done the same one with the same set for a few different countries. So I know there's the UK one, the Spanish and the French. I don't know if they've done any others. I've only watched the UK one, and it's basically 3 episodes. It's a series, but the episodes are individual. You don't need to watch all of 3, you can watch just the second one. There's sort of 3 different cases, and it's just an interrogation room, and it's just sort of the police asking this person what they've done and trying to get the information out of them. And I think it's 50 minutes to a full hour, I don't remember, but it's just that interrogation room, and it just tells you the full story of like this criminal. And each one is different. The police people are the same, but then sort of the criminal is a different person, and it's just 3 different stories. It's really good. So David Tennant is in the first one, Hayley Atwell, who plays Peggy Carter. It's just weird that it's just that one set, but it's very intense, very engaging, and really interesting. I haven't seen the other regions or like the other country ones. I was gonna watch the first Spanish one, but I don't like the actress in it, so I was just like, I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna think that just the UK one exists, and that's the good one. So I don't know, let me know if you've seen any of the others, if you think they're good. Another crime one is Mindhunter, and this one's very good, but I will say it's a lot slower. And you know when like TV shows have things happening all the time and you're just really engaged and things are happening, and this one's not like that. You sort of get the payoff at the end of the season, and it's more about the full story rather than things happening all the time. But I did really like it. I think it's a really good TV show. Sort of when they first created the behavioral analysis unit in Quantico for the FBI. So if you've ever watched Criminal Minds, that's sort of their unit, so sort of the beginnings of that unit. And what they do is they go and interview serial killers, and I think it's based off of real serial killers. So it's sort of based on a true story, but they make a lot of stuff up. But it's based on real crimes that happened back in the 70s or 80s. It's got Jonathan Groff in it, who I love, and Anna Torv, who played the main role in Fringe, which is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So I really enjoyed it. Give it a watch if you haven't. It's got 2 seasons so far. I don't know if they're doing a third, but hopefully they will, because I really liked it. And the third crime one is Manhunt Guna Bomber. And I have not finished this one yet. I think I'm on episode 6 or 7. So this one's also a real life criminal, sort of based on the true story, making a lot of stuff up, I'm guessing. I don't know the full story, the real one, so I don't know what part of it's true, what part of it's made up, but I'm guessing there's a lot of made up stuff. But it's sort of how they try to find the Unabomber in the US back in the 90s, when that happened, and again I have not finished this one yet, but it's very interesting so far. And I'm not one to love the true crime stuff. I know that's like a huge thing these days on like podcasts, YouTube, and a lot of stuff. I'm not huge on it, but I do enjoy fictional TV shows based on true stories, if that makes sense. The next one, which is sort of crime, but this is completely fictional, is Bodyguard, which was released in the UK on the BBC, and that's when I watched it, when it was first released here on TV. So I watched it every week, but it's now on Netflix, and it's really good. I loved it, honestly. I think it's 8 to 10 episodes. It's quite short. It's a very short season, which is what the BBC tend to do anyway. It's really good, really engaging. This guy is the bodyguard of the Secretary of State, and there's just a lot of stuff happening everywhere. Don't even know how to explain it without spoiling anything, but definitely give it a go. It's got Richard Madden in it, so that might make you want to watch it now, but there you go. Go ahead and watch it. It's very short. Like I said, 8 to 10 episodes. I'm not sure, but definitely worth it. And I think they'll do a second season, but I don't think it's been announced yet, but hopefully they will do it. Another one is also sort of on the crime side of it, but Money Heist. I was just thinking about the Spanish title because that's what I wrote down in my list. Money Heist is a Spanish TV show, and I'm Spanish, but I don't typically watch Spanish TV or films. In my opinion, from what I've watched throughout my life, they're not good. But I will say this one, everyone said it for ages, watch this one's actually really good, and I was like, no, you're lying. I've done this all my life. This is actually a really good TV show, and I've been watching it with my boyfriend. He's English, but I wanted to learn more Spanish, so we had it on Spanish with subtitles in English, and it's just really good, very engaging from the first episode. 3 seasons so far, 4th one is coming in April, and honestly it's just really good. It's got a few things in there that I'm just like, okay, now you're going too far, this doesn't make any more sense now, but it's still very engaging. It's a very different TV show for Spain. You can tell the budget was higher. I think at one point Netflix picked it up, so it changed sort of the direction of it and everything, and Netflix picked it up, and you can tell they had even more budget there. It feels like a Spanish TV show, but like the step-up version, like what they should have been doing all the time, but they haven't. It's basically this group of people who sort of just want to go and rob a bank, but it's not a bank and they're not robbing it. So they go into the Spanish mint, so where they make all the money, and they sort of want to make as much money as they can, but they've got hostages, and it's this whole situation, and it's just very good. Just watch it. Final Space Season 2. I love Final Space. It's a comedy and animation, but it's for adults. It's not like a kid show. It's very funny, it's amazing, it's set in space, and I just love it. And if you haven't watched it yet, then give it a watch. Both season 1 and 2, they're very good. A couple of other comedies. The Good Place, the final season came out. I loved it. I cried. I didn't want it to end, but it did. So that's it now. If you don't like TV shows, I know some people don't like TV shows that never end. The Good Place is done now. That's it. You can go and watch the whole thing. It's just very funny. Love it. And then Working Moms. I don't think I've finished this one, but I got into it one time when I was just bored. And it's one of those that you can have in the background. You don't really care that much about this story, but it's something good to have in the background that you can sort of watch here and there, part of like Working Moms. And yeah, it's quite funny, not necessarily my sort of humor all the time, but like I said, when you're just wanting to find something, I don't know, while you're cleaning, while you're cooking, while you're doing something else, definitely go for that one. And the last one that I have here is Zumbo's Just Desserts. Honestly, cooking shows I just love, and if it's about desserts, even more. This is an Australian one. I watched the season 1 back, I don't even know when, and I loved it, and season 2 is now out. We haven't watched it yet. I watched this one with my boyfriend as well, so we sort of have to like watch it together, and it's just really good. They do amazing things. It's not like the British Bake Off where they just do random stuff and they don't know how to make sort of simple things in a way, like they just bake a cake and it's all wrong and you're like, I thought you were supposed to be good. On this one, everyone's very good, and you do have those people who sort of mess up and they get eliminated and stuff, but for the most part they make amazing things, and I just love it. I just think it's really easy to watch as well. If you're trying to watch something easy to watch, happy and like lighthearted, just go for it. Definitely watch it. I just love it. And those are all the ones that I wanted to share with you. If you've got any recommendations for me, let me know in the comments. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will see you guys later with another video.